From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They begin with a run by Davis. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. You talk about this Jets defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Jets, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Allen going to go on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now it's Darnold. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They start the drive with Cook. Wiggles free. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. When you talk about this Jets defense, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
On play action, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here goes that.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
2nd and 10. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's Darnold. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A nice job here getting the tight end involved. He's going to line up on the inside, and then off of play action, he's going to test his secondary by running a corner route. His outside receiver takes all the attention deep, and then he'll just find the open space, and he pulls the ball in.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
We're scoreless after one. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away?
Arnold. He gets it to Thomas. He's across midfield, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Jets at 8-1 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Short throw to the tight end Thomas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Allen taking it himself. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Cook up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. This one deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 76 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Again, Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Ready.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline now for the PAT. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go.
Brings Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Back to throw, Darnold. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That's another Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And running with power here. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
To throw is Darnold. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. To the air again, Darnold. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. They'll set up to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Sam Darnold scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Allen off the play fake. Steps away. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. He's to the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 54 yards. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Allen will try to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
We have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And he's brought down. First down, here's the run with Cook. 20, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jets have got it.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here's Darnold.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Davante Adams, 38 yards.
And the Jets are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Allen from the gun on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Inside the 20.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Von Bell up to make the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
There he goes again. Inside the 10.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
We go, set. Hey, set.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd down and 8. Here's Cook again.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
From the gun, it's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final try here for Allen. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. He's on his way.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down. Time they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should.
And caught by Thomas. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week for a date with a New England.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I might got it out. the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now I can't answer calls cause I'm